The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels, and Nate Newton.
What's going on, man? It's Hanging with the Boys. That's a live look at the Tostitos
coming
Championship.
Out with both barrels today.
Man, that's a live look at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center, where we're getting into the holiday spirit here at the Star. It is still cold outside. It's a little bit warmer today, high of 56 degrees, low of 36 degrees today. He is Nate Newton. This is Kurt Daniels. I am Jesse Holley. We are together hanging with the boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak. And this is another one of those days where we don't know what we're getting with Nathaniel. We come in and you and I speak and we talk and Nate's just over there in his jolly red shirt.
Boy, it's a red shirt. Did I miss the memo?
You might have. You might have missed the memo. So,
fellas, I got to get something off my chest.
All right, hold on. Let me get this out there real quick.
Go ahead on. I got to let you finish what you do
Thank
best.
you so much.
Right.
This segment is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Thank you. Nathaniel Newton, the floor is yours.
All I ask, man, from Kurt and from you and from myself and Chris Beam in the back, man, just do your job.
Yep.
You're not going on chest.
A lot of talk about that, huh?
I had to get it off my chest.
You got it off your chest, man. You good?
Thank you, man. Let's go. Let's rock.
All right, man. We come to break down Cowboys defense, Minnesota Vikings offense. And this is one of those games where, in my personal opinion, and to Nate's quote, you have to do your job. Defensively, the Cowboys, DeMarcus Lawrence was limited today in practice, started out practice today over with our good friend Britt Brown in the rehabilitation group. Foot injury. He's dealing with a little bit of a foot situation.
Which he's had before.
He's missed time for, had surgery on. So, another opportunity where, some other guys are going to have to step up if Tank can't go or if Tank has to go at a limited clip. And right now, up front, this is probably your best run stopper. He's probably done the best of all the defensive linemen, and that's your Bohannas, that's your Watkins, that's
Hanks.
Yeah, Hankins. That's whoever you want to call. He has been the absolute best at doing his job as a pass rusher and doing his job at holding his side of the field down in the run game. And so, not having a guy like Tank, presumably, or maybe at a limited basis, what do you think defensively does that do to the Cowboys, Kurt?
Well, it's got to be a little troublesome. I mean, like you said, he's our best run defender, and kind of he's also in a way a veteran presence out there. So it's got to be concerning. But we've been saying the defensive line has got depth to it, and they just picked up McKinley, which I don't know how much of a contribution he can make this week.
He's at practice today.
Yeah. He knows the defense. I mean, a little bit of language may have changed, but he knows the defense. This should not hurt one iota, because every guy we've had that's been there, that is there, they're not as good as Tank. They're not as good as Tank. Right. But they know this defense.
That should elevate a little bit more than an iota, right?
Huh?
If the best player on that defensive front is not there, it should hurt a little bit.
The problem we have had in the past is we have willingly neglected the run game. We have willingly I'm talking about this year, going after the sack. And we brought in Hankins right before the deadline to try to get that going. That was not enough to turn the guy's head and get them focused. Now, to a man, we have to do our jobs. Oh, you know, you got the strong safety saying it. You got your best player saying it. You got Gallimore. Everybody's realizing now let's see what you do when everybody's concentrating on it. When everybody's finally saying we have to earn the right to rush the passer is what we do on first and second down that's going to make the difference in all of this.
So why weren't they doing their jobs before?
Because everybody, I'm telling you, the way this season,
selfishness or
everybody thought they could be the man. Everybody thought they could make the play, and everybody was rallying. You got to understand, games where I was like, man, they still rush for this amount of yards. It didn't matter because you won the game. Detroit game could have been a little bit closer if Coach wouldn't have got scared because he fumbled on the one. Because to prove that fact, if Chicago came back, you know, like, okay, we down worse than the line, but we going to keep running the ball. And that opened Green Bay eyes like, hold on. Our receivers ain't as good as they need to be, but here, playing Dallas, I don't think they have to be. So you have to willingly and knowingly now saying, okay, I understand. Now, if Minnesota come up in here and gash us, brothers,
we're actually trying to do our job.
Yes, sir. You know, now a lot of questions will be answered, and we won't have to worry about Mickey over there. You know, saying with the Mickey Mouse hat on, we don't know that they're Mickey Mouse defense. You agree, Mick?
No, don't do that.
Wait.
Don't,
I forgot.
Yeah,
it's the name. Give me some, boy. Give me some.
Okay.
It's the name.
Right, there we go.
Mickey Mouse. That's where I was going, man.
There we go.
Boy, I'm like, Mickey Mouse, how that gonna get him mad? Okay. Wow, inside joke, people.
Yeah, but talking about being locked in and doing your job and having the focus, this defense has taken a turn. It's taken a shift because when you had Cooper Rush at quarterback, they were only giving up about 16 points a game. Now they're giving up 21.3 points a game, and now they're giving up more yards in per game, 361 yards per game, and more plays, yards per play. So you're talking about this entire thing shifting. It has the defense, their mindset, has guys on the defense relaxed, taken a breath, and said, oh, we got 4 back? Cool. Now we have enough to where we'll
score 30. So.
We'll score 30. Yeah. We'll score 35. We'll do everything that we'll have to do offensively. Like for years, this team has always been offensive-minded. So it seemed like the defense kind of has taken a breath and taken a step back. Now that 4 has been entered back into the equation, they aren't as sharp. They aren't as focused. The onus isn't on them anymore as it was for that 5-game stretch when he was out with his injury. Is that a total philosophy change from a Dan Quinn perspective? Is that a total philosophy change of just dudes saying, it ain't on me no more? I'm still a man, but I don't have to be the man because we got Dak Prescott back and they're going to do things. And offensively, has that changed? Has now they felt like, all right, it's you know, I remember Micah telling Dak, you know, hey, welcome back, but this is still our show.
Right.
This is still our show. And it seemed like Dak is saying, like, well, if it's still your show, y'all darn sure ain't taking the lead role in this thing anymore. I guess I'll take the reins back over and do what I have to do. But it just has a feel to it as defensively across the board that those guys have taken a breath.
No.
You don't think so?
No. The breath they took is the sack party. I'm telling you, to a man, everybody started. Remember, for 3 weeks straight, we're like, boy, this week here it was Fowler. Boy, this week here it was Sam. Who's next? Oh, man, we got Donovan Wilson coming out of the – I mean, every week it was a sack party. And Coach Dan has always believed my job is to line you up and make sure you know what's coming at you or have an idea of what's coming at you. It's up to you to make the play. Well, they forgot all of that, and all they remember was, I'm finna make a play. So now you still have to play to your defense. And until we start getting better communication on offense, with our passing game because we all know that sooner or later you got to pass to win. Sooner or later.
Right.
And so better communication with the receivers and the quarterback and the tight ends, but our defense has to give a concerted effort.
We got some breaking news.
Oh, okay.
Chris Beam just jumped in the headset, and we have some breaking news. So I'm going to cut to Chris Beam. Chris Beam from the back, from the dungeon. What you got for us, brother?
Adam Schefter just tweeted 2 minutes ago, free agent defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh reached an agreement on a 1-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles per sources.
Man.
Eagles now have landed Linval Joseph and Suh on back-to-back days.
Holy moly guacamole. Is that the real Adam Schefter? You didn't get tricked, did
Nope.
you?
I have him on
alert?
Alert now. That's how I get it, the breaking news now.
Holy moly guacamole.
Nate's leaving.
Nate's leaving.
That's just another weight.
Another way.
Another weight back on.
That's just another weight on our back, fellas.
Man.
And you broke for that?
Man.
It's pretty big.
I mean, that's pretty big, don't you think?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty big, right, Nate?
Wow, dang.
That's scary, man. They just signed another dude yesterday.
Linval Joseph.
Lord, they finna have what we was bragging on about the sack party. They finna have a stop-run party, a bunch of DC-9 tractors out there blocking the road.
I thought Ndamukong Suh, it's a shock. I mean, it's a shock to me that Philly signed him, just because Philly is signing everybody.
Yeah, they're all in.
They're all in. Philly's going all in. I did think Ndamukong Suh, and still think Ndamukong Suh was a little bit long in the tooth. Mm-hmm. But you think about playing behind Cox and Jordan Davis.
Yeah, but Jordan Davis has a high ankle sprain. Do you think it's worse than it's made? I mean, he's on IR right
It is.
now.
That's why they got them two guys.
It has to be worse
Yes.
than they're making it out to be.
Yeah, and alone, Sue, whatever, and Joseph, Linval Joseph, could they carry the load? But you're bringing in those two big bodies together to rotate in and out with what they already got. I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
See,
I can't wait to Christmas Eve.
Let me tell you something.
I can't wait to Christmas Eve.
What Washington did to them, they did not like.
No,
Washington got physical.
Yeah, and they like, this ain't finna happen.
Yeah.
They addressed
immediately.
Isn't it, Chris? Stop with the break it. Break it somewhere else, brother.
Sorry,
you just put another weight on my back. I had to get the backpack.
I was just gonna send it to Jesse and let him stop down the show, but I figured,
Lord Jesus.
No, that was great.
Wow,
man.
Wow. If you want breaking news, Chris Beam through by way of Jesse, you will get it at least once a week. Wow. Bro, I just knew we had signed Sue. This one time, I was like, Jesse finna say Dallas. Jesse finna say Dallas.
I thought he was going to say Dallas, too. I did. Yeah. I thought he was going to say Dallas, and no. So that's
Ian Rappaport also confirmed it.
No, we're looking at it right now. We just saw it on the NFL Network. It just popped up on the screen up here.
A beautiful lady and the other dude.
No, at the bottom. See right there?
Yeah, no, I'm looking at that girl. Look good.
She is nice, right? MJ Acosta Ruiz.
Yeah, she's a beautiful lady.
She's amazing.
Wow. Jess, what are we going to do?
We're going to play football.
Yeah. What can you do?
We just going to participate.
At the end of the day, they put their pants on one leg at a time, just like us.
You know what? I used to say that a lot.
But
but I ain't believe it.
No,
I like this dude got to be jumping off the bench.
Yeah.
Jumping off the bench, you know what I'm saying? Put both legs in at the same time.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let this simmer a little bit. We're gonna go to a break.
Oh, we do need it.
We need a break. Let's gather ourselves. Let's put our pants back on.
Change our underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get some boo-boo wipes in here. No. And of course, I know
What has Chris Beam done to me?
people about to start texting me and tweeting me. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
Yeah, but you ain't got to line
I ain't got to line up against them. I keep telling y'all that. I don't have to line up against these mammoth individuals. And then we'll continue to break this thing down. You know, we'll deal with Philly when we have to deal with Philly.
Yeah,
Right now, Minnesota is the cup of tea that we have to worry about burning our mouth. So let's get focused on that. So we'll take a break. Stay right here with us. Calm your nerves. Okay. Woosah. Stay with your boy Jay Holly. Yeah, deep breath in and get you some good essential oils or something like that. And just woosah. We'll be right back. Stay with us. It's Hanging with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a die-hard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys on this thirsty Thursday. We all got our water in here. Yeah, we all need a drink after that news we just received, man. This is Hanging with the Boys. We are getting you primed and set and ready to go for the Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings this Sunday, 3:25. The game will be played in Minnesota. Is that still called Bank of America? Is it Bank of America?
No, it's
Mall of America?
TIIA or something. TAII.
They changed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Douglas Berklow just told me it's like TIIA or something.
Gotcha,
like
man.
That.
All right, this segment is brought to you by Blockchain, blockchain.com. Also, Santa at the Star. Get your holiday photos with Santa at the Star, presented by Monument Realty. Santa Claus will be at his star-themed cottage in the Star District across from the Ascension from November 18th through December 24th. Book your visit before December 2nd and save $5 with the code STAR5, STAR, the number 5. Visit thestardistrict.com/Santa for more info. When the last time you sat on Santa's lap?
2020. I mean, it's just moving. 2020 retweets. 5,694, and it just counting 5,000. I hate you, Philadelphia.
Kurt sent me this graphic, but this is one of those moments where, in addition to I think Jordan Davis being hurt, Philadelphia went out and they signed, because when you look at it, the most rushing yards allowed between the tackles. The first team that gives it the most yards is the Houston Texans at 170.3 yards in between the tackles. You know who was second? We work for them. The Dallas Cowboys at 139.5. The Bills third at 138. And fourth were the Philadelphia Eagles at 136.7. So Philly said there is a hole in our defense that we need to fix. One of the guys that we had to fix it got hurt, so we brought in 2 more guys.
Wow.
We went and got Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. And the thing about Ndamukong Suh, and I know I said we weren't going to talk much about this, but he does bring, I think he's old. I do think he's old. I don't think he's is what he once was.
No.
But the one thing I do think he does bring is a level of nastiness. Not the good nasty, the bad nasty, the physicalness, it almost matches the Philadelphia attitude. We've all been to Philadelphia and we've seen the nastiness of the Philadelphia fans. I think Ndamukong Suh brings that level of nastiness to what they do in Philadelphia.
Jesse, what I've learned about Suh is you can probably be Detroit and kind of block him, but you ain't going to be prime time and block him. 3 o'clock, the game of the week, 7 o'clock Sunday night, 6:30 Monday night, you ain't going to block him then.
Yeah.
he let the coach know, hey, coach, if you want to make me inactive this game against Detroit, hey, I'm with you. But you ain't going to keep him off that field prime time.
I'm sure he'll save his moments when they need it.
When they need it the most.
He'll find it.
So getting back into the Cowboys defense, Minnesota's offense, I want to read a quote from a guy that we've had on this show before who I personally like. I think he is as even keeled as they come off the field, but then you see him turn it to another notch on the field. And that's Jaron Kearse. And Jaron has become a leader on this defense. And you heard a lot of talk happening from Micah, from Neville Gallimore. A lot of the guys on this defense have come out publicly and talked about what Nate has been saying for a while about do your job. Stop freestyling. Stop going off script. Stop doing all those things. And this is a quote yesterday from Jaron Kearse. And I think this is if you have those moments where coaches stand out in front of the team and give that that speech, that riveting speech.
Right.
I think this should be read in front of the team. Not in front of the positions, not in the position meeting, not in front of the offense. This should be read in front of the entire team. And I think Jaron Kearse should read this in front of the entire team. And this is what Jaron said. When asked about, all the chirp and the chatter about this defense and how they're performing, he said, you should be angry. You should be frustrated. If you're not, then I think we got the wrong guys on this defense. If you're not walking around, if you're walking around like everything is fine, knowing how things went last year against San Francisco, being a big reason on why we didn't advance in the postseason last year. If you're not frustrated, then we got the wrong guys on this defense. If you're not mad, we got the wrong guys on this defense. It's about having a sense of urgency moving forward. We're 6-3. The sky is not falling. But if you do not have a sense of urgency moving forward with how last week went, the week before, then the bye week, then you need a gut check for yourself and look in the mirror. Everybody should be pissed off at how we lost that last game. You can walk around here and look pissed and whatever. We'll see on Sunday.
I'm telling you. And that is why you open this show asking that question, and that is what I've just explained to you, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody, me, you, and everybody knows what the situation is. Let's see how you respond when everybody is looking at you. And you don't think that Minnesota may try to come out in their first series and toss it around, but they know deep in their heart, we coming at these dudes.
Yeah.
We're going to run at these dudes. Let's see what we do.
Okay, so now, assuming they're gonna play up to their standard, they're gonna come after these dudes. How do they stop these dudes? I mean, this might be the best receiving core in the business here. With
you know what? I don't think they're worried about it.
What?
I don't think
they're worried about it. They need to worry about it.
If you looked at the last 3 films, they usually go back 3 to 4 films. If you looked at the last 3 or 4 films, what are you most worried about if you're Minnesota? What are you saying? We better than Green Bay run game. What are you gonna do? Tell me as a coach, what's your first thing? What you gonna do? You gonna throw it?
If I'm
or
Minnesota,
you gonna run it? Yeah. You gonna throw it or you gonna run it?
I mean, at this point, you probably have to run it until the Cowboys can prove they can stop it. The problem is, if they do want to throw it,
they can.
They can. They got Jefferson, Hawkins, and Thielen, and we may be down to Diggs and.
The thing that always kills teams, what's always killed teams.
I mean, Anthony Brown, excuse me.
What always have killed teams.
He may not play.
Is the ability to be balanced. The closer you are to balance with the talent Minnesota has, it's going to be all night. But if they had to choose or two, say, hey, we got to come in here and be dominant in one of these areas, it's going to be the run game.
Okay.
It's going to be the run game. And I hate to say this, but this is how it is, and this is how it was this is how it is last week. This is how it was against the Rams 3 years ago when they did the same thing. This is how it was for the 49ers. Right? It's just a luxury.
Let me give you some supporting numbers to your point about running the football. When you look at what the Minnesota wants to do offensively, Dalvin Cook, right? That's their star running back, and they're going to give him the football. They're going to give it to him left, right, in the middle. They're going to give him the football. Dalvin Cook has 366 yards after contact. After contact, 6th in the National Football League. He's also averaging 5.4 yards on first downs. The Cowboys and their defense talks about it's a privilege to rush the passer, meaning you got to get to third down. And this is something that's saying right now that Dalvin Cook averages over 350 yards after contact and 5.4 yards per carry, on first down. And the Cowboys, defensively, have given up on defense 61 first downs on second down compared to 45 conversions on third down. So early in those downs, people are converting first downs. So when you think about giving up 61 first downs for this defense on second down and a back like Dalvin Cook getting 5.4 yards a carry after contact and on first down, that then tells you 5 and 5 make 10. So if I get 5 on first down and another 5 on second down, it's what I'm saying, the numbers are matching the theme of what the Cowboys are doing, how they're playing defensively. And this is saying, well, to your point, Nate, if you're coming out and you're looking up and you're saying, well, are they giving up 61 first downs on second down? And we see that we can run on them, and our running back is averaging 5.4 yards on first down and 366 yards after contact. We better come out and run the football.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys have to know that the book is out, fellas.
Yes, it is.
It ain't. You have been exposed. You have been put on
blast.
On blast. And the kids talk about World Star.
World Star.
Defense, you are on World Star.
That's what they call it now?
World Star.
World Star.
The defense, you are on World Star.
Wow.
Because everyone in their mama knows from the last couple weeks that you are not protecting the run like you're supposed to. So to support your argument of, that's what they should come out to do.
Right.
That's what they should. And I get that you have Hawkinson, and I get that you have Thielen, and I get that you have a tremendous and exciting and spectacular and stupendous and athletic and just all-world Justin Jefferson. But those guys should be, if we have to get to that.
Yeah.
Right? And,
like Rodgers did last week.
Right.
Yeah. Like the 49ers did last year, like the Rams did the year before, and like the other team that knocked us out of the playoffs the year before. The run was what they were doing, and in the past was just a luxury. And see, it's hard when you got your safeties telling your corners, and I don't think we can handle them one-on-one. But the safeties are automatically saying, hey, fellas, y'all got to do this by yourself against Thielen. And against, how many words you use for this cat?
Yeah. and they might not have Anthony Brown. You're throwing Kelvin Joseph out there against those guys.
Well, what do you start calling like all the different words that you can use for him? The
verbs, adjectives, nouns,
synonyms, adjectives, whatever. All the adjectives. And there's one thing I do want people to understand at times, and this what kind of separates some of the time the elite. This is the Deion conversation, the Deion Sanders of my bus deserves to be on a different level than everyone else's bus.
That's right.
Because everyone's going to say, well, Trevon Diggs should just go shadow him. And people don't understand, like when you line up exclusively on one side of the football field, it's just not as simple to just go, when you're predominantly a right corner, to now go left, line up on the left, it's I'm not saying it's not doable, but it's not as easy as y'all make it seem. Your cornerback to me is one of the hardest physical positions to play because you're doing everything backwards. Like literally everything that you do, you're doing in reverse. So you begin to strengthen muscles as this. I'm just telling you how it is. You begin to strengthen muscles to open it up a certain way and playing things a certain way and having certain foots that you always plant into the ground to go into drive on footballs. And then all of a sudden now you're asking them to switch it. And he's not playing Marvin Harrison when Marvin Harrison lines up on the same side every single time. They're going to line this young boy up in the bunch. They're going to put him in motion. They're going to put Justin Jefferson everywhere. So just to say, hey, let's just go over there and shadow him, it's not as easy as y'all make it seem.
And you know what? I've learned, and all I got to do, if you want to do that right there, all I'm going to do is put them in bunch.
Yeah.
I'm going to put them in bunch. Yeah. Now, what? Okay. I'm the right outside guy. We're on the right side. I got a guy in the front, two in the back, and I'm the wide receiver standing over here on the far side. And I go cross behind everybody while they blitzing up the field. An automatic pick. Mm-hmm. And you ain't even tried. So a lot of this, they're going to have to play zone.
Or I line you up in the slot.
Yeah.
I line you up in the slot,
yes.
And now I got a two-way go. And again, Diggs is not used to playing in the slot. He used to playing with with a boundary to his side, right? A sideline. When you play in that slot, that's a two-way go with a bunch of field either way. So I'm not saying that Diggs can't defend him. I'm saying it's not as simple as you guys make it sound. That's why you don't see a lot of guys do it. That's why you only see the elite of the elite, the Reeveses, the Deions of the world go out and do this whole shadowing thing one-on-one without no safety help.
How big is this kid, man?
He's big. But when you got one guy shadowing, though, doesn't that affect everybody?
It does, because
everybody's got to cross fields, right?
Behind that, what are you going to play, zone?
Right.
It
changes the entire defense.
Is everybody going to play man?
Not only does Diggs have to worry about playing right to left, now you've got Brown on the other side having to do the same thing, right?
And you got if it's Joseph and Ron Bland, this is another thing you're talking about. Yeah, you're gonna have to play your regular defense, and if you want to give a little help to whichever side that superstar is at, that's how you do that. That's how you tweak that. Because we haven't spoke on it, but Thielen will kill you, man. He got that ability. He got that skill to hurt you. Yeah. So we giving it all to this kid because he's over 1,000 yards and he robbed a guy last week of an interception with a great pass. So, but how big is this guy, man?
He's 6'1", 195.
You sure he ain't bigger than that?
That's what the numbers say.
He kind of like Cooper Kupp-ish, ain't he, size? Because everybody think Cooper Kupp's a small man.
He ain't.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what, fellas? Jess. You done broke news on us, you and Chris Bean. Now this ball here, Kurt done ruined it because now I just think they're going to run the ball at us. Now we got me scared that they're going to pass us to death. I'm going home, man.
Well, don't go home just yet. Let's take our final break.
I'm going home and just drop my head. This backpack getting heavy. I don't know if I can tote Sue.
Let's not go home just yet. We got one more segment. We'll take our final break and we'll come right back and we'll kind of, give you our final thoughts on offense, defense, Cowboys defense, Minnesota's offense, and let you know about.
Ain't that what we've been?
Yeah.
You know what we've been doing?
Yeah, we're going to put a cap on it.
Hurry up and cap it,
yeah,
please.
Yeah, we're going to put a snap on that thing. All right, stay right here with us, man. It's Hanging with the Boys.
Wow.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys on this Thirsty Thursday as we, Kurt, Nate, and Jesse break down Cowboys defense, Minnesota Vikings offense. Nate got a little sweat going on over there. That
you didn't break down nothing. You didn't break down nothing.
Breaking our hearts.
Y'all rose up demons. That's all y'all did. Y'all didn't break down nothing. I was breaking down. At least I thought.
That backpack got a little bit heavy over there.
I got Sue in the back of this pack.
Look, heavy is the head that wears the crown, man. That's just the way this thing goes. But, you know, we did put a little bit of doom and gloom on this situation. But the Cowboys have the ability on defense. They have the players.
Yeah.
A lot of what they've done has been self-inflicted. Now, you know, yes, other teams are professionals, emphasis on the pros. But I think if the Cowboys just get back, and as basic as it sounds, Nate, and you've been saying it, to doing their jobs, to not worrying about the sack party, to not worrying about to do your celebration dance, to not worrying about, you know, your incentives and all those type of things, and to rectify and right the ship. Mm-hmm. They have the people. Now, you know, if Tank plays or not, or at what level he plays, Anthony Barr, I don't know. He was on the side as well today for practice. Excuse me. You know, if those guys don't play, now you have to have some more guys in the rotation. And I always believe rotation guys, when they come in and they have to play a starting numbers role, that sometimes pulls away from their effectiveness.
Stresses them.
It stresses them. But this is a very, very winnable game. Yeah. This isn't one of those games where you're saying, you know, oh my God, we're playing, you know, a team that we just don't have an answer for. Like, this is a winnable game if you do what you're supposed to do, and it's going to start for the Cowboys defensively.
Is there anything? We talk about guys doing their job. Is there anything Quinn can do to rectify this, or is it all on the players that just to mentally take that next step?
I believe it's all on the players. I believe I've seen if he hadn't had a history, I've seen what he did up in, I'm not saying that we don't have those type of players, because that was a great defense he had in Seattle. That was a great defense. But we have some of those same type bodies, but do they have the same type attitude? It takes a certain attitude to say we're going to stop the run and give it all you got. You know, it takes a certain we to do that.
Yeah, especially the run.
Yes.
Like it's one thing, you know, if you were getting passed upon, that's different. But like the run, like that's a lot of men wanting to sacrifice themselves and saying, you know what, I'm not jumping outside. You know what, I'm not getting hooked. And it's like running down on kickoff. When you're the R5 and the L5 on kickoff, you probably ain't gonna make many tackles. It's just what it is. Yeah. You're probably not gonna make many tackles, but you're going to be the reason why a lot of folks makes tackles. You're gonna have to run down, and I've been the L5 and the R5, and you got to run down, and you have to split that wedge and spill that to the next guy. It's not a glorious job, and the fans won't see it. But when you get back into the film room, your coach will go, now this is a hell of a job right here. And that's what these guys have to do defensively, especially up front. You might not be in the equation when the tackle comes. You might not be able to be a part of the tackle party. But if you do your job correctly, see, this is what it should be. It should be a tackle party. Forget a sack party. It needs to be a tackle and do your job party.
Yeah.
But if you do your job, and I two gap, or I take on that pulling guard or whatever, and I spill that thing properly to my linebackers, and they finish with 12, 13, 14, 15 tackles, and you win a football game, you know what we're going to say? We might not praise your name. Star up might be the linebacker who goes and gets it.
Right.
But when you go back and you watching that film, they're going to go, now this is how the hell you fill a gap. This is how you're supposed to set an edge. This is how you're supposed to scrape. All of those things will come out in the wash, and the team will win that way. But guys have to be committed, get back to being committed to that again, and not try to worry about them.
Is that hard to do?
Yes, sir. Because now you fighting against nature. You have been in pass rush mode for 2 or 3 weeks. Now I mean in high pass rush mode. So now when the game starts, you're gonna be getting back hype. But it's got to be somebody out there that's gonna be willing to set the edge or set the tone. It's got to be somebody that's willing to set the tone, and then don't relent. Don't because you did it in the first quarter. Don't stop because you're gonna have to do this a whole game because people done figured out we may not get them in the first quarter, we may not get them in the second, but you're gonna see something big in the second half. So you can't relent. You can't. Our 4 guys up front can't ever relent. You can play down in distance. You can play 2nd and 7 or more as a pass. You can play 3rd and 6 or more maybe as a pass. But anything else, you got to be run thinking. You got to be run thinking. See, 3rd and 5, if I'm spreading the inside guys, think run.
Yeah.
2nd and 5, that's an any way down. If I'm the 2 guys inside, I'm thinking run.
You throw any, Diggs in particular has gotten a little criticism from some saying he's not coming up playing the run, he's not doing his part. And does the secondary share any blame in that?
Absolutely.
Oh, man, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
The way they was getting on the outside eye corners?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to come up and fill, too. You have to come up and make sure that, if they get around the edge, all right, they got 3. Don't give them 7. Don't give them 10. You have to come up and be a willing participant in the run game as well.
Yes, sir.
And it makes me think back to when we played Detroit. The week before we played Detroit got worked. And they called out Jeff Okudah and company. And you saw Jeff Okudah come back 2 weeks before because they went on a bye.
Yeah.
You saw Jeff Okudah come back, and they were like, listen, we're going to do our job, and we're going to split it out to you. Come on. Jeff Okudah had 15 tackles.
Yeah.
He had 12 or 15 tackles. So defensively, the cornerbacks and the safeties, defense is an 11-man job. Yeah. Everyone has to participate, swarm to the ball. And when you get to that point of swarming to the ball, that's when good things happen for your defense. Turnovers happen. The ball bounces your way. That ball bounced. Kelvin Joseph ran down Aaron Jones the other day, and that ball bounced, but it bounced right back to him.
Right, yeah.
But you want to have 11 guys swarming to the ball because when that ball bounces, you want to be a part of that party. You want to be a part of that turnover party, and that happens when you got willing participants to come up aggressively in the run game and make teams have to make offense coordinators go, all right, we got to go to something else. Now, if they beat us in the past, they beat us in the past, but teams just can't physically line up and shouldn't be able to line up on you and just that to me, that's the pride portion of it. If you beat me in the past, cool, but if you just line up and beat me that way, that's a huge pride thing for me. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. That's it for us, man. We're out of here. It's Thursday. I want a nap. I wish I can get a nap, but I can't.
Ooh, me too.
I know a nap.
I was going to get one, but now I got to find a way to get Sue, derail him from getting up there to Philly.
Well, we got a couple weeks. We got Thanksgiving first, then we got Christmas Eve, so we got a little bit of time. Sue might not be.
We can overfeed him, huh?
Sue might not. He might be out. He might be out of shape right now. So
That's
who knows?
True.
He didn't play all season. So tomorrow we take your calls. We want to hear from you. We'll give you our predictions. We'll give you our scores. And, yeah.
Wow. You want to take some calls?
Yeah, we'll take some calls.
Yeah.
We'll take some calls. And then you got to check up on Nate later on today, man. Y'all tweet him. Hit him up on Instagram.
I better call computer, see if he all right.
Yeah, you sound like you about to be a computer. You sound like you about to get in your car and start crying.
Yeah, wow, man, it just ain't right. I just knew you were going to say Dallas.
Not today.
I just knew you were going to say Dallas.
Not today. Well, we're out of here. I got to give a shout out. I saw one on the way in. Two young ladies who work up at the hospital. I talk about consistency. I see them walking every single day. And I talk about getting 1% better, eliminating contingencies. I forgot their names. I'm sorry. But you know who you are. And
Lindell Jones and Ndamukong Suh.
No, not them. But those two young ladies who consistently walk every day are the epitome of 1% better.
I wish them two was walking around here.
So I appreciate y'all and limited continues. I'm Jesse Holly. This is Kurt Daniels. Wow. That's Nate Newton and Chris Beam in the back. Audio Jazz. Brother Willie, we appreciate you all for tuning in and listening to us, man. Tweet me, text me, do all those kind of great things, man.
Way to break us down.
Tomorrow, this is Hanging with the Boys. We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!